J-E-T-S! Let's go! Quick pass to Garrett Wilson. Touchdown! What a throw! Aaron Rodgers to Garrett Wilson. J-E-T-S! Let's get it! Wow! Jet-like stadium. Aaron Rodgers is home, baby. Jets media, I love you all. Recall is gone! Ready to take flight with the Jets, baby. Let's go! What is going on, Jets Nation? We are live right now from Florham Park. I rented out an office space just 15 minutes or so from the Jets facility. I just got back, and I'm excited to share my thoughts of what I took away from Jets camp the most. Make sure you guys hit that like button on your way into the show. I'm excited, man. My first time this year back at One Jets Drive. And, man, you can just feel the energy, first of all, the excitement from Jets fans. Every single time anybody did anything, there's cheers, there's chants. Aaron Rodgers walks onto the field. There's Aaron Rodgers chants going on. Man, it is just awesome to be at training camp just as a fan, also to see what the team looks like in person. You get to see it in a completely different perspective with your own eyes, not relying on, tweets, and actually seeing it with your own eyes. It's a different game. So I'm excited to share my biggest takeaways from today's practice, the highs, the lows, some biggest, concerns maybe, some injury news, all that latest stuff right here on Jets Media. I appreciate you guys big time. I'm excited to be live here from an office space right near the facility in New Jersey. I'll be live on the Huddle in a half hour to give them my thoughts of the Jets training camp and everything about the NFL. If you don't know what the Huddle is by now, I am part of a show that covers the entire NFL every single day, Monday through Friday. Okay, with me, TD Finstock, and Dan Mitchell. If you guys want to pull up to today's episode of The Huddle, it's going to be live at 3 p.m. today, just like it is every single weekday, 3 p.m. EST, right on The Huddle. Make sure you guys show up and show out over there. That goes live in 36 minutes. I'm excited for that. I'll put the link in the chat for you guys. Big time. Shout out to the chat right now. Let's go, okay? Let's get into it. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Let's see what the chat has in store today. So my biggest takeaways was Aaron Rodgers is on a mission, folks. I mean, this guy is out there completely keeping everybody in check. That's my biggest takeaway from Aaron Rodgers for sure. What I mean by that is he's holding every single player accountable. Every single time there's a missed throw or miscommunication or the offense doesn't, go smooth, Aaron Rodgers is the first one to go up to whatever receiver it is or whatever tight end, whatever playmaker it is, and let them know what they did wrong exactly, okay? And that tells you the type of leader Aaron Rodgers is. And Jets fans, we're not used to this. We're not used to having a quarterback that can actually step up and let his voice be heard. We're used to having young quarterbacks who suck, right? Who never have the confidence to go up to a receiver and talk them into what they should be doing. We actually have a legit quarterback, and I think that's awesome. I but I recorded a video today at practice of Aaron Rodgers and Garrett Wilson talking to each other in between drills. There was a viral video of practice on Saturday of that happening, and it happened again. And now this is going viral all over again. Now, I really don't think this is something. I think people are blowing this out of proportion all over again, if I'm being honest. I mean, I recorded this because I like it. I think this is something that Jets fans should look at in a complete positive way. Please, 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 Jets fans, do not look at this in a negative spin like the media is going to try to turn this into. Aaron Rodgers sees something special in Garrett Wilson, and he's going to go up to him and be very passionate about what he needs to do better, how they can get on the same page. This is what competitors do. I mean, if anybody has played sports in your life, you know that this happens between teammates. Like, if people look at this and think, Rodgers is a diva, like, come on, give me a break. I can't tell if it's actual trolls or you just don't know ball. Like, which one is it? Because the reality is Aaron Rodgers and Garrett Wilson are going to be excellent this year. And Garrett Wilson wants to hear Aaron Rodgers. And also Garrett Wilson wants to tell Aaron his side of the story. Okay, well, I feel like I should be breaking this way. Obviously, I have no idea what they're talking about. All speculation. You can also see Aaron Rodgers having fun with it. And Garrett Wilson's definitely very passionate and fiery. This is what you like to see. I mean, what do you want? Aaron Rodgers and Garrett Wilson just be buddies and just like never get into it? Like, they have to get on the same page. It's going to take a lot of those two to get on the same page with cadence, timing, anticipation. We need Garrett Wilson to get in the right spots, being able to attack different defensive looks. Like, the media is going to push this into a negative spin, of course, but what else is new? That's what the whole thing is with this world of media with the New York Jets training camp so far. But Aaron Rodgers, again, sees something special in Garrett Wilson, and he is trying his best to unlock the most potential out of this player in Garrett, and he will do just that this season, and I cannot wait to see it unlock this year. Folks, don't forget to hit the like button on your way into the show. We're live. Richie, you need some green in that new office. This is temporary, man. I'm here for literally 2 hours, and I'm out of here. So this is not my office. This isn't like mine all of a sudden. I rented it for 2 hours and then I'm out. So don't worry. If it was mine, you would see way more green. I promise you that. But it's not mine for the season, if that makes sense. Is the offense as bad as the media is saying? I didn't really think the offense was terrible today. I think the defense won the day, but I don't think the offense was really that bad. My biggest takeaway from the offense was the offensive line looked phenomenal. I mean, there were some snaps where Aaron Rodgers was definitely pressured. There were some high snaps from Joe Tippmann, but overall, from the run game perspective, there was a lot of holes opened up for Breece Hall and Braylon Allen. Aaron Rodgers had more time than he's ever had, in my opinion, in training camp. I'm just thinking back to last year's training camp when Aaron Rodgers was, with the Jets, and there was a lot of excitement. Remember, the big storyline last year was, Aaron Rodgers is on the Jets, but he has a terrible offensive line. He has no time. He has this. He needs help. That's not the case this year. Aaron Rodgers is back there, and I'm watching Tyron Smith just being a brick wall at left tackle. Will McDonald did have one pass rush rep against Tyron Smith, which was very impressive. Quinnen Williams also bull rushed. Solomon Thomas had a phenomenal day on the defensive line. But overall, the offensive line held their ground. They look good. They look legit. AVT is back with the team drills. He looks fully healthy. They're waiting for Morgan Moses to return. And Max Mitchell right now is that right tackle. And I think the Jets, depth-wise, at offensive tackle, it's like the best we've ever seen. We got Tyron Smith and Morgan Moses as the two starters with three young tackles learning behind those two. And Olu, Max Mitchell, and Carter Warren. Speaking of Olu shined today. First time seeing Olu, in person. And wow, this guy with the second team was a brick wall. Nobody was touching Tyrod Taylor from the blind side. He was going up against Braden McGregor, the undrafted free agent who's trying to make the team. And Olu was just sound. I was locked in on Olu. When every snap with the second team, that's who I was looking at the most, and he definitely impressed me a lot. Another good thing, talk about the rookies, Malachi Corley got a lot of playing time with Aaron Rodgers today, and he had a fantastic one-handed grab on the sideline from Aaron Rodgers in 7-on-7, which was really sparkling and spazzy. Another rookie that stood out was Braylon Allen. I mean, the size of this kid is ridiculous. I don't know how this guy is the youngest player in the NFL, but he is. He's 20 years old, and he is a refrigerator. He moves fast. He gets people off of him quickly, and he's just like a bruiser, man. I think he's going to complement Breece Hall very well. He's also the first running back in for Breece Hall when he needs a breather, so he is right now running back number 2. Quantez Stiggers and Jalen Key, the two rookies in the secondary, also impressed me. Quantez was locking things down. He was going up against Tyler Harrell from Miami, and he was getting the best of him. Every time the ball was thrown to Quantez's way, Quantez got the pass breakup where he forced an incomplete pass. I did not see one ball caught in the vicinity of Stiggers. Also, there was a deep ball down the field, and it was Stiggers and Jalen Key on coverage with Irvin Charles, I believe. That was the intended target. I think the Jets may have found something in not only Stiggers, but watch out for Jalen Key, Mr. Irrelevant. The Jets know how to develop players in the secondary. Let's not forget Tony Adams was an undrafted free agent last year. He's now a starting safety. If Tony Adams, undrafted, can be a starting safety, why can't Jalen Key work his way into becoming a really good player for this Jets football team? He technically just was this close to being undrafted, Mr. Irrelevant. The Jets took a flyer on him, and he's from Alabama. I mean, Alabama is the best college football program there is in the country. So this is a player that I think looked really good today. I was very impressed with him. He looks fluid. He looks confident. And again, if there's one position group that I got a lot of confidence in to develop for the long run, it's the secondary. With Brennan Eccles injured, it gave those two players more time. Also, cannot forget about Jarek Bernard-Converse. This is his first training camp. Remember last year, JBC was injured throughout the entire training camp, and he got healthy midseason, and we didn't really get to see a lot of the rookie last year. So this is kind of his first training camp as a Jet. He had an interception today on Tyrod Taylor. He looks really good as well. I think the New York Jets have 3 young, promising players in the secondary. This is technically JBC's rookie year, if you want to add him to Quantez and Jalen Key, and then you got, of course, Sauce Gardner, DJ Reed, Michael Carter II. I love the way this Jets corner and secondary room looks right now. Absolutely. Now, another thing that I took away from is the kick return rules, man. The kick return rules are so interesting. I was watching the kick return rules, the kick return drills, and it was my first time seeing, it live for the first time, and I was fascinated by it. I mean, when you see it in person, folks, you're going to be like, whoa, this is going to be different. So if you don't know what the rule is, you basically, when you are the kicking team, you have to wait until the ball touches the grass or touches the player before you can move. So the ball's kicked off, and the players are waiting for the ball to touch the grass or for the receiver to touch the football, and then they start moving. Not to mention, the players on the return team and the kick team, they're 5 yards apart. So right when that happens, they're immediately blocking each other. I think there's going to be a lot of opportunities for touchdowns across the entire NFL from the kick return rule. That's why the competition of Malachi Corley, Tariq Cohen, Xavier Gibson is going to be really heating up by the end of training camp. Who is going to be the primary kick returner? Who's going to be the punt returner for the New York Jets? We have a lot of different options. I love the idea of Malachi Corley getting that. I also think Tariq Cohen making the team would be a fun little story as well. Can't forget about Xavier Gibson, who's injured right now. So the special teams and the kick return stuff is very, very interesting. Something I definitely noticed, okay? Yeah, that's my biggest takeaways. I think that, the defense won the day. When they did the drive the field drill, Aaron Rodgers flicked a dime to Garrett Wilson over the field, over the left sideline, and they did a hurry-up spike, and they were trying to simulate a 30 seconds on the clock, kind of drive the field, get a field goal. But then the next play, Aaron Rodgers got sacked by Quinnen Williams, and then he dumped it down to Breece Hall. Breece Hall got tackled by Tony Adams just before the first down marker, and then they were unable to get the first down. Aaron Rodgers threw an incomplete pass to Garrett Wilson. So overall, it didn't really feel like the defense won today. It felt like it was a stalemate to me. But overall, the defense won technically because there's no touchdown scores. Another player that stood out to me was Allen Lazard. Allen Lazard's name keeps getting talked about a lot, and he started off practice with a drop. 7-on-7, first throw was right to Allen Lazard, and it was a little high, but it went through his hands. And then the next play, when Aaron Rodgers was back on the field, he went back to Lazard on the opposite sideline. It was a 50-50 ball, back shoulder, ridiculous contested grab from Lazard with DJ Reed in coverage. He redeemed himself. Allen Lazard also caught another ball over the middle of the field on third down. And I noticed when Rodgers flicked that thing over the middle, it was a bullet. Rodgers was pumped up. He had a little pump, he had a little fist pump. He was excited. He went up to Lazard and pumped him up. You can tell that Aaron is definitely feeding Allen Lazard a lot. He's really trying to get his confidence. He's trying to get Lazard to feel like himself again, because I really invite Jets fans to not be so down on Allen. I mean, don't expect Lazard to be this elite receiver this year, but I feel like Jets fans are very harsh on Allen Lazard. I feel like after last year, Jets fans are scarred. Again, don't expect him to be elite this year, but I think Aaron is going to give him the ball a lot. And I think that with Mike Williams getting healthy eventually, and the Jets receiving room of Garrett Wilson, Mike Williams, and Malachi Corley, Xavier Gibson, with Allen Lazard, Lazard's going to get the ball. I think a little bit more than you guys think, especially with Aaron Rodgers throwing the football. Another cool thing about the rookie Malachi Corley is that he did play a lot with the ones today, which is new. Malachi Corley did not play with the ones a lot throughout training camp, and he did play with the ones today. He was getting involved. He was, getting utilized as a blocker, getting utilized as a weapon, which is good to see. There was one play also that stood out to me. It was a Breece Hall, huge gain, and this is what Jets fans should be excited about Breece Hall, which is why you got to draft him in fantasy. It was just a quick little dump screen pass. Aaron Rodgers recognized man coverage. It was Quincy Williams manned up on Breece Hall, and the ball was snapped, and it was a little swing pass to Breece Hall. Breece versus Quincy one-on-one. Breece just sprinted right by Quincy Williams. Quincy had no chance, and he went untouched down the right sideline, and Breece was gone. And then Tony Adams actually put a really good angle on Breece and forced him out of bounds. But if Breece just cut into the middle of the field, he would have been gone for like an 80-yard touchdown. So, like, if the opposing defense plays man coverage and Breece is one-on-one with the linebacker, watch Aaron Rodgers just give the ball to Breece Hall like a lot out of the backfield through the air. So that was impressive to me. There's a lot of opportunities for Breece Hall today, and he took advantage of all of them. So, yeah, I think it's really good. I think it's going to be fun. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to hit the like button, guys. We are live, a office space, 15 minutes from One Jets Drive. I'm renting it for just a few hours because I wanted to, cover camp. And as you guys know, I live on Long Island, so it's a long trip back. And I had to make the decision. Do I go all the way back to Long Island to make videos, or do I go right to an office space? And also I have my, daily show, The Huddle, which will be live in just over 20 minutes that I go live from. And I'm like, I'm not going to be able to get home in time, and I'm not missing this show. So if you guys want more detailed training camp analysis, definitely go check out The Huddle. I'll be breaking down the Jets and all NFL stuff with my buddies Dan Mitchell and TD Finns Talk every single weekday. By the way, this show's live, covering everything to do with the NFL. It's a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun. Cannot wait to get into that. Now, how many likes do we got on this show right now? We're live now from Florham Park, New Jersey. We got 46 likes. Don't forget to hit the like button, folks. Also, shout out to everybody that I met today. It was great to meet Jets fans. Always a pleasure. Whenever I meet someone, I do have a present for it. Not really a present. I don't know but a little giveaway. I got a little Jets media sticker that I give away to whoever recognizes me and shows some love to the channel. Always like to give back. Always like to do back. No, this office space, I want to make sure you know this, is not in the Jets facility. This is just like 10 minutes away from the facility. It's an office space that anybody can rent from. It just costs money. So that's really it. Richie, appreciate all that you do. Thanks for the detailed play-by-play from practice. You got it, Ogre King. I try my best. Heard Tip was still struggling. Think he gets it all sorted before the season, but I still wouldn't hate seeing some center depth added if possible. Yeah, I mean, center depth, if Joe Tippmann gets hurt, I mean, he's never going to get benched. Tippmann's going to be fine, man. I really don't think this is an issue. Look around the NFL. Snap issues happen early on in camp, and it's not that big of a deal, personally. Richie just moved to Jersey already. I don't think I could do that, Keith. I do love this area, though, I got to admit. I'm buying another ticket tonight. My boy Edgar is coming through to Jets Media Day, and he keeps buying more and more tickets for whoever's coming through. We have a total of 99 tickets sold to Jets Media Day, folks. 99 total tickets. If you want to come through to Jets Media Day, they're slowly and surely becoming unavailable because they're going to get sold out soon. So if you guys want to come through to Jets Media Day, definitely consider purchasing your ticket ASAP. My boy Edgar is going to get the 100th ticket unless somebody is going to get a ticket before you tonight. But I'm going to link that in the chat right now if you guys want to come through. Jets Media Day 2024 tickets are available, and they are a lot of fun, folks. It's going to be week 4 against the Denver Broncos. Will be on the field after the game. We'll be partying with Gotham City crew before the game. I'll be live from the tailgate. We're going to be in the hangar. It's going to be the best game day experience possible. So if you guys are considering going to a Jets game this year, definitely consider coming through because it's going to be an all-day event starting at 9 a.m. all the way till the end of the game. After the game party, a lot of fun. This is what the vibes were like the first 2 years. This is the 3rd annual Jets Media Day event. So really excited about that. 99 tickets sold so far. That's crazy. You guys are nuts. You guys are awesome. Let's get into the chat. Any questions you guys have, definitely feel free to shoot them my way in the chat. Definitely want to get into your guys' questions before I go over to the huddle. Mr. Bonesy, what's up, Mr. Bonesy? Richie, will you be there Saturday? Yes, I'll be there Saturday with my dad. Jake Asman will also be there. I'm sure you know that, Mr. Bonesy. So yeah, I'll be there Saturday. I'm trying to go to every single open practice from now on. As you guys know, if you were following my personal life, I was away for the last 10 days on the West Coast, so I was unable to make it to the first 2 practices that was open to fans. But now that I'm home, you know I'm going to every single one. Every single one? You kidding me? Rodgers not playing in the preseason. Thoughts? Good question. First of all, Adam Schefter needs to reevaluate himself, because his tweet today talking about this, that Rodgers is not playing, and then he mentions, what did he say? He said, Robert Saleh says Aaron Rodgers will not play in the preseason game. He's still recovering from his Achilles injury. Okay, that's not the reason, Adam Schefter. Saleh did not even mention him recovering from anything. He's 100% a full go of practice. Now, all the NFL people that don't watch Jets practice will be like, oh, what? I thought Rodgers was ready to play last year. Oh, this guy's so filled with ego. Oh, I mean, it's just mind-boggling that the media just does not know how to cover football. I have no problem with Rodgers not playing the preseason. I don't want him to play in the preseason, honestly. I don't want him to get hurt. Don't play in the preseason, personally. I don't want to do it. Last year, I was stressed out when he played in the preseason against the Giants. And he went out there in the first 4 snaps, so you know what happened. Talk about the new onside kick rules. They suck. Yeah, the onside kick rules is interesting. You can't do an onside kick until the 4th quarter, and you have to be losing to do an onside kick, and you can never do a surprise onside kick. You have to declare that you're doing it. So, interesting. Fresh Garrett Wilson jersey. My man Dane's always showing the love. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. Mup Biles. Season so close, I can't wait for it to start. Are you shocked that Rodgers isn't playing? No, I'm not shocked. At all, actually. I was hoping this. Am I the only Jets fan that was relieved when I heard this? Even though the update I got on my phone was okay, what? It said Rodgers out preseason. I'm like, what? And I was like, oh, I got to read this over again. Why did I have to word it that way? Why did my stomach drop? So, yeah. I like to see a proven quarterback held out during preseason. Preseason is how the new guys show their stuff. Why risk a quarterback for a game that don't matter? Exactly. Do you think we're going to the Super Bowl? Come on, Jerome. Yeah. When I went to get lunch before I came here, I was obviously decked out in Jets gear, and somebody there was like, hey, what do you think your Jets are doing this year? I was like, Super Bowl. He's like, Super Bowl? I'm like, yeah, what else do I say? I'm dreaming big. Every NFL fan should feel that way. Smash that like button for Richie. Sean, appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. I'm slowly having a favorite player on this Jets team, and it's low-key Quantez Stiggers. I think Quantez is going to he's going to have at least 1 interception in the preseason. Mark my words, Quantez will have at least an interception, maybe 2, in the preseason. By the way, the third-string defense annihilates the third-string offense every time. I don't even care about the quarterbacks, by the way. I don't even know. I'll be straight up with you guys. I know nothing about our quarterbacks on this team outside of Tyrod, Jordan Travis, and Rodgers. Peasley or whatever the other 2, I'm when they suck. I mean, no offense, but they're just not good, okay? I mean, Tyrod's nice, though. I will admit. Tyrod Taylor, it is cool to have a veteran as a backup where the second team's in, let's tune in. And it's Tyrod throwing darts. Tyrod doesn't throw darts. He actually throws lob passes that are just filthy. He throws those beautiful touch passes. He had a beautiful touch pass down the middle of the field to Malik Taylor for a 40-yard gain today. Tyrod Taylor's nice, but not going to lie, the quarterbacks behind Tyrod, they stink. I mean, every time they're out there, they do nothing good. Ever. And it's because we got Stiggers, baby. Stiggers CB2 2025. Absolutely. I agree. Am I going to get a Stiggers jersey? Maybe. May have to. It sucks Jordan Travis can't get any run. Yes, that is true. I wish we can get Jordan Travis because that would make the third team a little more fun to watch. Whenever the third team's out there, I don't care. There's nobody out there. I mean, I do care. I take that back. Obviously, every single rep counts, every player counts, but the quarterback makes it so boring. The only thing I look out for in the third team is when the defense. I'm looking at Zaire Barnes, who made a play today on Tariq Cohen. I'm looking at Stiggers. I'm looking at Jalen Key. I'm looking at the undrafted free agents on the defensive line. A lot of good stuff. Stiggers is good in coverage, but his tackling needs work. Yeah, I mean, he's a corner. I'm not expecting a rookie corner to be the best tackler in the world. We need coverage. But yeah, you're right. I still believe in Eccles, baby. He's hurt right now, but he will be back. He will be back. He's also on a contract year. This is his final year under contract with the New York Jets. So you got to wonder, is he going to be back next year, or do the Jets roll with... Don't forget about Jarek Bernard-Converse, folks. Jarek Bernard-Converse, again, I already talked about it earlier in the show. He did not play last year in his rookie season because of this injury he suffered in college. This is a player that you can argue would have went higher in the draft from LSU, and he did not play in the preseason or training camp last year, so that hurt his development. Now we're seeing JBC for the first time. He had an interception today. He picked off Tyrod Taylor. So Jarek Bernard-Converse picked off Tyrod Taylor. He also had a pass breakup. Quantez, Jalen Key. I'm not even mentioning the starters. This is the depth, by the way. Man, we're so good at that spot. What do you see that is different in Will McDonald? I see a motor, like a ferocity. Is that even a word? And different technique. I saw him go at it with Tyron Smith. Also, Solomon Thomas was a bully today. Absolute bully. I mean, I don't know what got into Solomon Thomas, but like this guy could be in for a huge season for the Jets. Javon Kinlaw was a massive human being as well. The defensive line is a bunch of dogs. Jermaine Johnson had a really good pass rushing rep on Aaron Rodgers, which forced him to throw the ball out of bounds. Just overall great stuff. Man, oh man, I'm excited. Is RD the best? Yes, it is, baby. Pause. Folks, as you all know, I do got to give you all the update on the proud sponsor, Manta Sleep, baby. You know I used my Manta Sleep mask last night. I had to wake up at, like 5:30, 6 a.m. this morning to drive all the way to practice, and I got the best night's sleep because of my Manta Sleep mask, and I cannot tell you guys enough how much I'm so fortunate to be partnered up with Manta Sleep and give you guys an opportunity to get a 10% discount code on Manta Sleep. All you guys got to do is simply click the link down below in the description on the video, and I'll also pin it right now at the top of the chat for you guys to get your 10% discount code on your Manta Sleep mask. I use the Pro Sleep mask. If you guys already got yours, which I know a lot of Jets fans already got your sleep masks, but if you didn't right now, go to the website, click the link, purchase your sleep mask, 10% discount code courtesy of your boy if you use the code JETS at checkout. I, again, highly recommend the Pro mask. That's what I use. They also have a lot of other options. The cooling mask is really good as we're in the heat of the summer, but definitely big shout out to Manta Sleep for being the proud sponsor of Jets Media. I absolutely love this product. I use it every day. I meditate with it even when I just want to turn off the lights and I don't want anything to do with anybody. Let me just go inward and just relax. I put that thing on and relax. Even when I'm like, okay, my mind is too caught up in the Jets. Let me just remove myself from football real quick. And I find my zen. I love using that mask. Appreciate Manta Sleep for sponsoring Jets Media. Offense didn't look good again. That's not true. Based off my opinion, it didn't look terrible. Like, I don't want it's hard to like talk about this because there's a different opinions based off what people see at practice. Like, I saw an offense that didn't look terrible, but they didn't look great. Like, they won some reps. We saw some good first down opportunities. We saw swing passes. I saw good runs. I also saw, some miscommunications as well. Like, it was up and down, the offense. That's how I look at it. It was up and down. I don't think it was anything to, like, be concerned about if you're a Jets fan. Basically my point. Folks, don't forget to hit the like button. We're live from a office space 10 minutes away from One Jets Drive to give you guys my in-person takeaways from Jets training camp. We got 145 people watching right now. Guys, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, by the way. We're so close to 23,000 subscribers. 23K, baby. Can we get that by the end of the week? Let's go, Jets fans. If you're enjoying the show here, don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button to get over 100 likes. I would greatly, greatly appreciate that. And then last but not least, folks, I just want to remind you one last time, I will be live on BetUS TV's The Huddle, okay, in literally 10 minutes. 10 minutes from now, we're live on The Huddle. Join me, Dan Mitchell, and TD Finns Talk. Guys, I just put the link in the chat. Go in there and raid the chat. Let them know that the Jets fans are coming. Let them know that Jets Nation will be representing. We'll be talking about all NFL news around the league regarding training camp. Of course, we'll talk about the New York Jets. And my biggest takeaways from today's practice, we'll hear TD Finn's talk, who is at Miami Dolphins training camp. We'll hear from Dan Mitchell, who's not there, but he'll give his thoughts of everything else he's seeing with the Buffalo Bills. This show is live every weekday at 3 p.m., and it is a big, big show. We're trying to make this the #1 NFL show on YouTube. That's daily. So if you guys want to support me, definitely go click the link I put in the chat and come pull up. Come pull up. Jets Forever says Conklin weak. Conklin actually had a very good practice today. Aaron Rodgers loves feeding Tyler Conklin. He had a bunch of first down opportunities. He had 0 drops. He was moving people in the run game, blocking-wise. Tyler Conklin was very, very good today. So as much as Jets Forever has a narrow mind and just like he finds a player he hates and he'll just hate him no matter what, like even if week 1, hypothetically, Conklin had 5 touchdowns, he would still say he sucks. That's Jets Forever. Appreciate you. Conklin literally did have a good day today at practice. I'm not just making that up. Hit the like button, folks, on your way out. Let's get to over 100 if we can. But I got to go to the huddle. The producers are calling me now, so I got to get in there. Jetcast says, how big is Braylon? Braylon Allen is massive. I mean, this guy in person just blew me away. I mean, I knew he was big, but in person, it's just like, whoa, whoa, whoa. All right, folks, I'll see you guys on the huddle at 3 p.m. I got to go now. Jets fans, take over the huddle. Listen to K-Brock, the Jets fans. Let's go take over the show. Let's go take it over right now. We got Zachary saying, let's go Jets in the chat on the huddle. We got, who else do we got in the chat? We got Sean O'Brien. Let's effing go, JETS. Guys, let's spam this chat right now. Let them know that we're coming through. Let them know we're coming through. Did Ogre King just bought 2 tickets? Ogre King is coming through to Jets Media Day. Shout out to my man, Ogre King. I just got the notification. Ticket number 100 and 101 goes to Ogre King. So, Ogre King, I cannot thank you enough for coming through to Jets Media Day. That is going to be awesome. Folks, if you want to come through to Jets Media Day, definitely consider it, folks, because my boy's coming through with a +1. Let's go. Ogre King just bought his 2 tickets. Week number 4. Let's go. There's, how many tickets are left? 34 tickets remaining. Wow, you guys are awesome. Thank you guys so much for all the support, for what you show on Jets Media. Ogre King, cannot wait to see you on September 29th. I'll see you guys on the huddle. Appreciate you all. Peace.